I used Google Sites to create my website. I was already somewhat familiar with Google Sites because we began creating our classroom sites for our district this past summer using the Google Sites. I like that it's a free program and it's fairly user-friendly. I'd say my biggest complaint though about using Google Sites, and like many of my coworkers have also said as we've tried to muddle through it together, is that there are not a lot of templates that we feel fit like an elementary website. There's not a lot of kind of the cuter, I guess, younger ones, especially the really earlier grades. I did find one that I liked for my fifth grade website because mostly because it's our school colors, so it really fit. While I was creating my website, I wanted to ensure that the site was kid friendly since it is for a fifth grade class, but as well as professional. I wanted my fifth graders to be able to follow discussions and assignments with little to no help, yet I wanted it to appear professional. I had several classmates from this class, as well as coworkers, view my site and suggest changes or improvements that I could make. And it's still a work in progress, and I'm still sure I will still make some improvements. But so far, I do like what I have. I also asked people to double check spelling, grammar, and other information that I included on my site, as well as my syllabus. My syllabus ended up having quite a bit of information, and it had some contact information for people like at our school. So if I were to make this a working website, so I wanted all that double checked because I would want that all to be right. I wouldn't want anything wrong on that. One thing that I was sure to include on my website was I used the proper citation of websites from where I located all my images. This is something that I really stress in my class. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with my students. I want to make sure that they know how to properly cite sources when they borrow images. It's too easy for kids to just drag an image from one site and put it on their work without having to call it their own. So that's something that I really stress in my class, the importance of it and the fact that it's not legal to borrow someone else's work without giving them credit. So I wanted to be sure to do that because I truly believe that you have to model appropriate citing for sources. Because if we don't practice what we preach, then we send a pretty strong message to our kids, probably stronger than we realize, and it's not a good message. Um, as a matter of fact, I remember 2 years ago in class, I threw a quick PowerPoint together while my kids were in PE, and I didn't cite all my sources, all my images that I pulled in there, and when they got back, they sure noticed it. They were like, wait, you didn't cite that source. So to me, I feel like I'm doing something right. I'm teaching them the right thing, but I do have to practice what I preach. It's not right to tell them to do it if the teacher doesn't model the appropriate behavior. Um, I hope to be able to use elements of this site this school year. It won't be fully functioning since it's new and since the year has already started, but I'm hoping to use some elements of it, some of the modules. I've really enjoyed creating it, and I've received some great feedback from people already, so thank you to those that helped me, and I look forward to helping you and to receiving more help as the weeks go on. Thank you.